Hello, hello, everyone. I am back. Oh my goodness. I hope nothing is broken. I didn't open all my windows up in the right order, and I didn't realize until after I started streaming. So hopefully nothing's broken. I don't know though. We'll find out. It'll be fine. It might just be like alerts and sounds and fun stuff like that. So hopefully if anything is wrong, it was my fault. I do apologize. We'll figure it out for tomorrow though. It'll be fine. It will indeed be fine. Yeah, we are making a wood thrush, which wood thrushes look like this. This is what a wood thrush looks like. They're very cool, pretty birds. Super sweet babies. That is what I'm attempting to make today. I was going to try to draw a picture, so I could actually have it like on the screen, but I ended up doing other stuff this afternoon. And yeah, it was a time. It was a time. It was actually quite a time. It was a nice time. All right, I need yarn. Why is yarn? Yarn is yarning today. How is everyone's day going? Oh my goodness. So much yarn. This is fine. Everything is fine. Okay, keyboard needs to go tucked in so that I'm not hitting that. Okay, and yeah, I think we're good. Oh, we have a pumpkin. We have a pumpkin squish-a-face. Wait, is that a cat inside of the tank, or is that just Pumpkin's reflection? I think that's Pumpkin's reflection. Yeah, that's Pumpkin's reflection. Okay. I was concerned that one of the cats got inside of the tank that's right next to that cat tree, which is where I hid all of my houseplants because the cats decided that they wanted to eat the houseplants. So I had a 55-gallon tank just like in storage and just like sitting there. So I was like, I'm just gonna put all my tanks inside of this tank. Or words. I'm gonna put all of my plants in this tank to protect them from the cats and also to protect the cats from the plants because I don't know if all of these plants are cat safe. So yeah, that was the goal. Except that one of them figured out how to get on top of the tank and they knocked over a whole bunch of them. So that was a fun thing to come to at one point. That was a while ago though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I count that one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I did not. Okay. So we can go here. So I'm just starting with like the circle thingy and we just go 6 stitches around. We're going to do our typical every other as an increase. So that's a single. This one will be an increase. There we go. I don't need to hide that inside of my stitches. We don't need to do that. And this one will be an increase. And I'm actually going to swap to the white real quick. Where's my white? I have so much stuff on the desk. Oh my goodness. I need to put all these wings away. I have so many wings all over my desk. It's kind of a mess right now, but that's okay. I'll get to it eventually. I'll do that later. I need to figure out where I'm going to put the wings. I mean, I need to have them somewhere where I can look at them and like have them as a reference for whenever I'm making wings and whenever I'm picking out what type of wing I want to do for any of the birds. But yeah, we'll figure it out. All right, I'm going to do another increase here because we did a decrease, or not decrease, we did singles so far. So we're going to do another increase here. Okay, and then we're going to swap back over to the white. We're going to do a single white stitch here. And then we'll swap back to this. I need to look at my picture again so that I can make sure I'm getting these colors right. Because we're going to swap to a different brown once I get to, like, once we pass the head And I'm going to start doing different, and actually I think I want this to be white again. We're going to do white and white and white and white. No, I think I only want 3 there. Okay. And actually, I want to, so they're on their faces, like behind their eye and like going down to their cheek, they kind of have like little tiny brown feathers. So I want to try and get some of those little brown feathery things mixed in there. It's almost like a peppered brown mixed in with the white. And I want to try to get that. We're going to see how this functions because I don't know. Basically, we're just doing that and then swapping right back to white again. So we're just going to go white, and now we're going to swap over to this lighter brown. I'm going to do a single stitch of light brown. We're going to swap back to white again. Finish off the white. Wait. What? No. I think I need a couple more of light brown, or this like orangey brown. Yeah, a couple more. And we go here, and now we're going to swap to white. Swap to white. Do white, and we're going to do swap to brown. And I'm pretty much just going to just finish that stitch with the brown, and then we're swapping right back to brown or white again. White and white. I need to make sure that I keep this kind of tight so that it doesn't go places. And then we're going to swap over to the brown again. And actually, wait, do I? Yes. Okay, and then I need to figure out which side. Okay, let me see here. Little birdie. Okay, so yeah, so we need to have white that goes closer to the face, but then white does not go past the eye. Okay. So we're gonna have, okay, so if that's the back, so then this needs to be the front, which means I'm going to swap back over to white again. White, and we're gonna do some white and white, and we're gonna do white and white, but this one's going to be a little bit of brown. I'm gonna hide some brown in there, and then we're gonna swap back to the white again. Okay, where's my brown? Brown goes this way. White goes this way. And then I'm gonna do one, wait, was that in the brown stitch? Yeah, I think that was in the brown stitch. We're gonna do one more white stitch here, and then we're gonna swap to the light brown. I know this is an absolute disaster of a mess, but we're gonna trust the process. Hopefully. Maybe I'll trust the process. I don't know if I can trust the process. Don't know. Okay, we're gonna swap back to white again. Swapping to white, and then we need to go, wait, what stitch am I in? I'm in that stitch, so I need to go to this stitch. And we're gonna do another brown real quick. Gonna do a brown. And then we go right back to white again. Do white in here. And white here. White here. White. I think we're just gonna have white go all the way around now. And yeah, that'll be fine. You know what? We actually need to do a decrease here. Do one decrease right there. Gonna have this one be white. We're gonna have this one be white. We're gonna have this be white. And we're gonna have this one swap to brown. Actually, no, I want this one to be brown. Yeah, come on, yarn. Yarn, work with me. Here we go. All right, I want this one to be brown. Brown. And now we're going to, whoops, I don't want that to be brown. I want the brown to go there. I want this to be white. White, 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 white. White. Okay, and now, so we're in that one. So I think I want this to be white. And then we're going to swap to the orangey brown. I think starting at the next row, we're going to start doing, we're actually going to swap from the orangey brown to a different brown. As we get through these, we're going to do white, and we're going to do the brown again. Brown. And then we're going to swap right back to white. White. And white. And yeah, sure, that's fine. A little bird, what does the one look like? Okay. Now we're going to need to do a little bit more brown, and this time we're actually going to do a full stitch of brown. So we're going to do a full stitch of brown here, and we're going to swap back to white again. And we're going to do an increase here. And an increase here. There we go. And we're going to do this and swap back to brown again. Oh, my sweet golly goodness, that's a lot of twisted up yarn. Okay, we're going to brown. I need the brown. I need the brown. I need some brown. Okay, where is this stitch that I need to go into? Okay, I'm in that one, so I need to go into this one. There we go. And then we swap to white. White needs to go over brown. Brown needs to go under white. There we go. Just like that. Okay, and then I am in that stitch, so we're going to go here. And now we're going to, actually, we're just going to cut off this tan. Where are my scissors? Oh, there they are. Okay. We're going to snip a clip. There we go. Whoops, there's yarn. There's that. There's that. So now I can make this one disappear. And in its place, we're going to grab, are you the right end? I think you're the right end. No, we're going to assume that you're the right end. I think it's the right end. Okay, we're going to add this one. So we're going to have 3 colors for most of this bird, actually. That's going to be quite lovely. Tis quite lovely. That'll be fine. Because he's got the little speckles. They're very pretty birds. Yeah, I also really like their calls. Their calls is actually, like, it's one that, like, I always get it confused with, like, the meadowlark. I know the meadowlark has a very different call than the wood thrush. But every time that I hear the wood thrush call, my brain just instantly goes, I am a meadowlark. Like, it's like, it's just screaming that it's saying it's a meadowlark. And I'm like, wait a second. You're not a meadowlark. You're the wood thrush. And it's just like, I am a meadowlark. I'm like, no, you're not. You're the wood thrush. And I literally just hear it saying that it's a meadowlark. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're lying to me. Stop it. It's so funny. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is face. This is not face. Okay. So much yarn. So much yarn. Okay, we're going to here. And we're going to go here. And I probably could have put a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know. I need to actually swap this over to what do you look like, buddy? Um hmm. Um yeah, I'll say we'll just do it there. Okay. What does this need to do? We need to have white go under brown, brown over white. We'll do our brown here. Brown needs to go under white, white goes over brown. We're going to do an increase here. And we're going to add some more whites here. We're going to do an increase here. And then we're going to, ooh, that's what I did. I did that thing that I'm not supposed to. Okay, we're going to, actually, that might work. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. So we're finishing off that one with the brown. And I'm going to, first we're gonna quickly do that because, meh. All right, and now I'm going to, we're gonna hide this little bit of brown inside of these white stitches. And that is going to be okay because what needs to happen here? Okay, white needs to go, brown needs to go under white, white needs to go over brown. Okay, we're gonna hide this brown yarn inside of these white stitches, and it will be okay if the brown yarn pokes through a little bit because the wood thrush has all of these little brown spots. So if some of the brown pokes through, that might actually be a good thing. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing as I am making an absolute mess out of this yarn. It's fine. It's fine. It's called crafting for a reason. There's bound to be a mess. Okay, let's see here. What needs to happen with this yarn? A lot of stuff needs to happen with this yarn. My goodness. Okay, there's that. And now, so we need white to go under brown. White goes under brown. White goes under brown. And now brown goes under white. There we go. Okay, and wait. Nope, I didn't do the brown stitch. I need to do the brown stitch. I need to do the brown stitch. Here we go. Okay, brown stitch. Now I can have brown go underneath of white. Just trying to get some of this yarn a little bit detangled here. Okay, and now I'm going to swap to the tan. We're gonna do tan. And I'm going to hide these tan yarn inside of this tan stitches. And we're going to do an increase on this side again, just so that we can keep getting, keep increasing our little bird here. Okay, so I think this is the front and this is the back. Yes. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Okay, we're going to push that down. We're going to swap over to white. And go white, white. Ah, yarn. Yarn. Alrighty. Now this is the fun part. This is where we get to start adding in little bits of brown as our little spots. So I'm going to do this, and then we're going to swap to the brown. We're going to add a brown spot here. And then we're going to swap back to the white. And we're going to hide some of these. Oh, I did not do an increase. I do need to do an increase. Actually, no, I could do an increase right here. That'll be fine. Okay, I'm going to do that. We're going to do one here, and then we're going to do another brown spot. I'm probably going to have like 2 or 3 spots per row, because a lot of these spots are very clustered together, so they're not excessively separated. So we're gonna have them kind of mimic that a little bit. I also need this brown on his backside to slowly creep in over the white a little bit. So we're gonna actually do another increase here. And we're gonna start making this brown creep over by doing 1 tan stitch over top of the white. That way it'll slowly cross over and it'll be good. Okay, and now we're going to do white stitches here. Okay, what is this mess? This is a lot of yarn. This is indeed a lot of yarn. What is everybody's record for how many strands of yarn you're using at one time? Let's get some numbers. What is the maximum, or what's your record, if you recall? Or who can make the record? Just starts a project just to use the most number of strands of yarn. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. That would be kind of funny. That would be kind of funny. Hi Moon, how are you doing today? Oh my goodness, I am getting lost in the yarn. There's so much yarn going on right now. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to make a wood thrush, and they have 3 colors going on at the same time, so it's a lot. It's a lot. But that's okay. We love wood thrushes. They're very cool little birds. Tired but doing okay. Aw, I'm sorry you're tired. Hopefully you'll get a little bit of rest here soon. Get a little bit of a break. Self-care is important. Breaks are important. What do I need to do to detangle this yarn? I don't know. It's not going to be detangled. It's just going to be a mess, and that is okay. That is okay. And we're going to go here, and here, and here, and then I kind of want to do one right there, but I don't think... yeah, we can do one right there. We could do one right there. We'll do one little brown spot there, and then I actually need to swap to the tan because we need this to creep over a little bit more. Is this creeping too far on this side? It is creeping too far on this side. Okay, we're not going to do the tan quite yet. I need to do a white stitch here. And now I could do the tan. I need to make the tan creep a little bit more on the other side. Not this side. 1, 2, 3. Why am I counting stitches? I do not need to count stitches. There is no need to count stitches. Okay, and if this is back and that's the front, yes, I need to make this side. Okay, what stitch am I in? I feel like that's a game. It's a game. What stitch am I in? because I don't know. Let's go there, and let's go there. Let's try to decrease that a little bit. There we go. That's better. Okay, and now we're going to pull this back, and we're going to have the white come forward. We're going to try to hide some of these white strands in here a little bit. And go white. Have you been working on any projects recently, Moon? Or has it been other projects? So I feel like there's always some type of project that's going on. Whether it's crocheting or something else that's happening. It's like there's always something. Always something that's needing to get done. Alright, we're going to swap back to white. Go there. We're going to do a white stitch. And a white stitch. And we're going to do a brown stitch now. No projects, just my exhaustion is preventing me from working on anything. That's fair. I mean, sometimes you need a break. Sometimes it's good to take breaks. And that is okay. That is okay. Lots of naps and water. Water and naps is sometimes necessary. And that is okay. It is indeed okay. Alright, we're gonna go. Whoops, I'm splitting yarn. Let's not split yarn. It would be fantastic. Okay, you know what? I actually want to do one more brown stitch here. I did not do an increase. We're going to do, you know what? We're going to do that. We're going to put an increase in this stitch. We're going to swap back to the white, and then we'll do an increase with the white. There we go. Oh, now we got, is that a beans or is that a pumpkin? I can't tell. I can't tell. I don't know my cat's part. That's terrible. I think it's pumpkin. Looks like he's got a blue collar on. Okay, and I think, yeah, I don't need to do any more shifting with the tan, at least for now. So what does this need to do? Okay, we're gonna attempt to detangle this a little bit. Let's see here. It's like one of those games that like you always see the ads for of like detangling the ropes, and you're like, I'd do this. Just actual yarn. Just actual yarn instead. Okay. Okay, why do I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again? Okay, let's have this go like this now. I might just be like twisting it around. No, I think we're making progress. I think that's a little bit better. Okay. We're gonna go like that. That can go there. This one can go there. Oh, and we got an ad. Okay, that's fine. Let's see here. Tan, brown. Brown and white need to go under the tan. Okay, under the tan. Tan goes over. Let's pull this a little bit loose so that I can do that. Alrighty, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there and there, and we're gonna do an increase here. And we're gonna go here and here and there. And one more tan. Right, like that. All right, now we can swap to the white. Let's see here. What do we need to do with these yarns? What do we need to do with yarn? Okay, tan needs to go under the white and the brown. Okay, tan goes under, white and brown go over. Brown can go to the side for now, and we're going to swap to white. All right, we're going to do, except that I do need to have white be hidden inside of these stitches here. Okay. White, and we're actually going to do, we're going to do a brown stitch right here. So we're going to have the brown come over. And I'm just going to keep hiding the white right inside there because why not? And then go there, there, do white here. And we're actually going to do an increase here. Actually, no, I want to do an increase in this one. And then I want to do a brown stitch right there. Okay, so white needs to go under, brown needs to go over. I'll go there. And I said I was doing an increase here. Okay, now brown goes under and white goes over. There we go. We have white stitch, white stitch, white stitch. And then we'll just finish off these with a couple of whites. Actually, can I do... No, I can't do a brown one there. Do brown or white, and then one more white stitch here. And then we swap to the tan. Let's see here. What needs to happen with this tan? Okay. Tan needs to go under brown. No. What? I'm confusion. Okay, I think brown is out of the way. What needs to happen with white? White needs to go under brown. Okay. Or under tan. Okay, and that should be good now. We're gonna go, oh, I need to put in the little eyeballs. Let's put in our little eyeballs before we get any further. Otherwise, it's going to be extremely difficult. It's already going to be difficult to get these little eyeballs on there. Do I have any smaller eyeballs? I do not. These are my smallest eyeballs. Okay. Well, he's just going to have excessively large eyeballs, which is fine. Oh, let's go here. Ah, yarn. Yarn. There we go. Okay. Just that. And then we have those. Okay, let's figure out where these little eyeballs need to go. So if this is our face, our eyeball needs to go here. Okay, come on, yarn. Oh, yarn. Yarn. There's one eyeball. And then, oh my sweet golly goodness. It's all sorts out of whack. I think right here. Yeah, something like that. Sure. All right, let's get this there. Okay, I cannot see a thing. I cannot feel a thing. Just know that this needs to go somewhere right there, maybe? Yes. Oh, come on. Why don't you want to go on? There we go. Okay, we got one of those. Oh dear. What did it grab? It grabbed something. It absolutely grabbed something. Can I bring you inside out, buddy? Is that possible? Maybe. Just a little bit. Okay, I see what we grabbed. We grabbed this thing. I think we grabbed this thing. Oh, did we go through that? We did go through that. Okay, that's why. Let's pop that back off then. This is the inside of a plushie. So, yeah, this is why there's... There we go. Okay, let's now put that back on there. It's a mess. This is why there's an outside. This is why there's an outside to all of the stuffed animals. And you don't see them from the inside because it's a mess. Okay, and now we're going to get this one to go right there. Okay, there's that one. And now I can hopefully get this thing to go. Oh, maybe. Nope, I dropped it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay. There's that one. Time to feed all the kitties. They're meowing at their displeasure. Oh my gosh. Yeah, enjoy feeding the kittens. All the babies. I mean, I guess they're all adult cats, but you know. They're still kittens. They're always kittens. Oh my goodness. The little babies. They're sweet babies. Yeah, that's what my cats are going to start doing here in a bit. It's so funny. They're fun little babies. Okay, where... Alright, we got the eyeballs on. Oh dear. So that will be good. It will indeed be good. Good, good, good. Alright, now we can go back to doing the tan. Yeah. Why is there hair here? I don't want the hair there. And there's a cat fur there. Let's get all of those out of there. Alrighty. And we're gonna go here. And here. Oh my goodness, this yarn is so soft. Compared to the I'm actually using two different types of yarn right now. I'm using, what is this one? I'm using some big twist yarn, and then I also have the Karen 1 pound yarn. The big twist yarn is so soft compared to the Karen. It's just like, ooh, this is nice. This is quite nice. Alrighty, we're gonna swap to the white and the brown again. So we're gonna do the white. White. So we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3, and then we're gonna swap to the brown, which the brown needs to go over top of the white. And then I'm gonna do a brown stitch here, and then brown goes under the white. There we go. Okay, and we're just gonna hide the brown right inside of the white as well. Do white and white. And now we're going to swap back to brown again. So we're going to have white go over top of brown. And we're going to do a brown stitch here. We're going to do a couple of whites. Actually, I might only do like 1 white here. Yeah, just 1 white. And then we're going to swap right back to brown again. Right back to brown. Okay, and then actually I need brown to go over top of white now. And then we'll finish off these couple with white. All right, and now we're going to do, we might actually be done with the brown. Let me see here. Oh, they've got little brown spots going all the way down. Yeah, they do. They got white spots, they're brown spots going all the way down. So we are gonna keep doing a couple more. Maybe only like 1 or 2 more rows, because this guy's a little bit on the small side. Little bit on the small side. Okay, what do I need to do? Brown needs to go, okay, white needs to go over tan. Tan needs to go over brown. Alrighty, we got this. Okay, and now I can hide the tan inside of the tan. I have not been being consistent with these increased stitches at all. So this is going to be a very bowling pin looking bird. Very, very bowling pin looking bird. You're supposed to be a little bit of a plump type bird, but you know, that's okay. What is this? Why is there a noodle on my yarn? Why? Where did that come from? I am confused. Oh well. Okay, we're gonna do one more brown stitch here, and then we're gonna swap to, let's see here. Okay, tan needs to go over brown and white. White needs to go under brown. Brown needs to go over white. Okay, and okay. Yarn, 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 yarn. There we go. And we'll go right here. Come on, yarn. There we go. And we're going to swap to brown already. And brown is going to go under the white. Finish that stitch with brown. I'm going to do one brown stitch here, and then brown goes over tan, and white is going to go under all of those. There we go. Oh, I need to free up this brown a little bit more. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So much yarn. So much yarn in the way. Let's see here. Oh. It's just a lot to like try to manage several colors and trying to figure out the shape. Because like it's the colors is one thing. Like right now I feel like I'm more trying to figure out the colors than I am the shape. I feel like I'm kind of doing it backwards. I should do shape first and then figure out colors. Because if I have like 4 or 5 different shapes of birds, then I could just apply different color patterns to each of those different shapes. And then it'll be fine, right? In theory, like if I wanted to have like the different, yeah, I could do different shapes and then just apply those apply different colors to those different shapes. But I'm just winging the colors and the shapes all at the same time, and we're just going for it. We're just going for it. Oh guy, he almost looks like a porg. What are the little, what is it, penguin thingies? The little guys from Star Wars, the newer Star Wars, is the little dudes. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. Alright, we're gonna swap to tan. And we're gonna have the tan go over top of all of these. And go like this. There we go. And now we're gonna go here. You know what? I think we might actually be nearing the end of this bird's body. The good thing is that this guy's wings are going to be fairly easy because it's all one color. So that will be fairly easy. And you know what? I think we are going to finish this off. So I want to end the brown. 1, 2. Okay, and we're going to snip and clip the brown. There we go. I can make the brown disappear. Now we just have 2 colors to deal with, which is quite nice. Quite nice. Okay, there's that. And then we have this. Oops. There's that. Okay. And now I need to swap to white. So we're going to finish that stitch. And now I'm going to do, oh my goodness. I need to go into the sides of these stitches. And we're going to start doing some decreases. So we're going to go into the side here. Oh, come on, yarn. Why aren't we going into the side there? Let's go. There we go. Okay, where is my white yarn? I need to make sure that my white yarn decreases. Or not decreases. I need it to hide. I need to hide my white yarn. Okay, there's my decrease. And then... so I'm in that brown stitch, so I need to go into this one. Okay, we're gonna do just a single stitch here. And then we're gonna go here. And I think this needs to be a decrease. There's that, and then we're gonna go there. Oh wait, that needs to be that. There we go, that's a decrease. Okay, and then we're gonna go here. And this is gonna be a single. And then we have, this is going to be a decrease. And then this is gonna be a single. There we go. And then let's see here, we're gonna go here. And we're gonna go like that. What is that one? That one was a single. Yeah, this one needs to be a decrease. Here we go. And then this last one will also be a single. Okay, and now we're going to swap to the tan. We're going to have the white go under the tan. Okay, so the white was a single, and I need the tan to be a decrease. Okay, I want this brown tail to disappear. Go away. Go away. Here we go. Alright, I need this one to be a decrease. There, we're gonna go with here. Decrease. And now we do a single. Okay, and now we do another decrease. Whoa, come on, yarn. There we go. Decrease. And this one will be a single. And this will be a decrease. I'm pretty much just doing decreases every other one. So that it is flat. So that one was just a single, so this one's a decrease. And I'm going in the side of the stitches instead of directly on top, which is what's giving me this little lip. It's giving me this little edge that's right here. So everything is curving in, and it's going to make it nice and flat, which is wonderful. I'm actually going to stuff this little bird before I get much further. Otherwise, it's going to be a whole lot harder to stuff them once we get too far. What's up, Rice Cake? What you doing? Hi. Are you sleeping under the bed? Why are you sleeping under the bed? You know you could have the whole bed. You don't want the bed? Well, why not? The bed is comfy. The bed is comfy. Isn't the bed comfy? Like, no. The floor is comfy. The floor is comfy. I would agree, Rice Cake. Floors are kind of comfy sometimes. Sometimes. Sometimes they're too hard. But depending on what bed it is, the floor may be more comfy. Alright, I need a little bit more here, buddy. A little bit more. What you doing? You guarding my fluff? You guarding the fluff? Yeah? How are you? Oh my goodness. You're poking me. How are you? Are you coming up? You coming up? No? Okay, that's fine. You don't have to come up. Well, I'm sure everyone would love it if you did. Yeah, they would. They love you, rice a cake. Oh, the rice a cake. Okay, now I need to finish this one more stitch here. And this one is a single. Okay, come on, yarn. Yarn. What's up, Rice? What you doing, sweet man? Alright, so that's a single, and now we're going to swap to the white. And now I can just go in the tops of these, and I don't have to worry about them. I don't think that was a decrease, but you know, that's fine. Actually, I'm just going to go like this. I need this to be a decrease. What's up, Bubba's? I need this to be a decrease. I'm pretty much just going to do decreases all the way around now because it should be decreasing enough to do that. And it will be okay. I'm going to do another decrease. And so this one is going to be half of a white and half of a brown, half of a tan decrease. So we're just swapping it halfway through and decreasing it at the same time. And now I need to do 4 stitches into 1 stitch because it is, yeah, we gotta decrease even more. Decrease faster. Decrease faster. Go, go, go. Go, 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 rice a cake. Go, go, go. Actually, we're gonna do 5 into this one. Because 4 isn't even enough at this point. We're just going to put all of these into 1 decrease, and that should finish that up. There we go. And zoop. Here we go. 1 and 2. Actually, I need to do both of those as my chain stitches so that I could tie off both of these at the same time. So we're going to do 1 and 2. Then we can snip a clip. Oh, there we go. Right. Tie those off. And then we can pull those tails into the bird. Pull that. Whoops, come on, yarn. Why aren't you working? You're not pulling. Not going. There we go. Alrighty. And there is, will he stand? He does stand. Beautiful. His eyes are a little bit far apart. I don't think I did the math right. I think I've forgotten how to do math. Alrighty. Well, there is beginnings of a bird. He's definitely a little bit of a bowling pin. But that's okay. I definitely did not do nearly enough. Increases. Okay, so seeing this little bird, we definitely put too many stitches on this part. I almost think it would have been better if I had this as the front and this as the back. But that's okay, because that's what learning does. Alright, so for the wings of our little bird, I think I want to do this type of wing. But because this wing would be way too ginormous for this little itty bitty guy, we're gonna make it a little bit smaller because that would be like huge. This is like a cape for him. So we're gonna make it a little bit smaller. So I know that we did 13 stitches for that. So I think if we bring it down to 9, that might make it small enough. I think so. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring it down to 9. And you can go back hide under the table or under the bed. Why are you hiding under the bed? Oh, is it because of the storms? Yeah, you don't like thunder. I know you don't like thunder. Is that why you were hiding? Yeah. Well, you don't have to be scared of storms anymore, buddy. Storms can't get you inside. No, they can't. Can't imagine how terrifying storms would have been as a street cat. Terrifying. Alright, we're going to do 9 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we're going to do picot and picot. Or not picots, slip stitches. Those are slip stitches. Now we're going to do a single. And now the good thing is that these wings are all one color. So I don't have to worry about color changes for the wings. Which will be quite nice. Quite nice. Okay, come on, yarn. So we could focus on shape for the wings. Oh, come on, yarn. There we go. There. Okay, and now we're going to attach this one here. Because I always move towards the front of the bird. Start in the back and work towards the front. So that was a slip stitch. So now we're going to do some more of these. We're going to do, you know what? We're not going to do an increase. I don't think we're going to do an increase. We're going to do a slip stitch here and a slip stitch here. Then we're going to turn around, do 2 more slip stitches by skipping that first slip and just doing 2 slips there. We're going to do a single and a single and 1 more single. Oh, we have an ad that's going to start here shortly. So if anyone needs to grab a snack or grab a drink, grab some dinner, do all the fun things, it's about to be a good time. Good time, good time. All right, we're going to do single stitches going all the way down. This might actually be where we're going to do that 1 increase stitch. And we're going to do it right here. Right where that wing starts to turn, or starts to curve. Oops, that split the yarn. There we go. We do stitches here. Come on, yarn. Oh, and there goes the ad. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to do 1 more stitch here, right in this tip. We're going to do 2 chains because we do a picot right at the edge. And then we go back down the wing, doing our regular single stitches. It's definitely easier to do wings when they're not attached to the bird. But I don't like sewing stuff, so I prefer to do, what's it called? Surface crochet to attach stuff. It's definitely my preference. Okay. Oh, And then here is, oops, come on, yarn. Okay, it's a very tight stitch here. Very tight stitch. Oh, okay, I'm not going to be concerned about it. If it's that tight and it doesn't want to go in, then that is fine. All right, and now I'm just going to, whoops, we're going to attach this right here, I think. Whoops, come on, yarn. There we go. All right, we're going to do a slip stitch and turn around. Now we can do, we're going to go back across and do a slip stitch. And which one did I say we were going to do? I think we were going to do this one, which should be that we do picot stitches and we skip stitches. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I did a slip, so we're going to do a picot. And we're just going to do little itty bitty picots on this guy because his wing is quite tiny. So we're just going to do a slip stitch there. And we're going to do a slip stitch here. And then two chains. Do a slip stitch in the first chain. Then we're going to do a slip stitch here. And slip stitch in this next one. Now we're going to do 3 chains. And we're going to do 2 slip stitches in 2 of those. Then we do slip stitch, slip stitch. Lots of slip stitches for these feathers. Lots of slip stitches. All right, 3 chains again. And slip stitch, going back down. There's fuzz flying around my face. All right, slip and slip. Then we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, slip stitch, and slip stitch. And then we're gonna have 1 slip, 2 slip. Oh, come on, if we can get into this stitch, maybe. Okay, even if I get into 1 loop, that's fine. All right, now we're going to do 4 again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, and then we're going to do, wait, is that the right one? Yes. Okay. Slip stitch, and slip stitch. All right, and then we do 1 more slip stitch right there. And then we could do a couple of chains and snipper clip. There we go. And now we have our little wing. And now we just need to hide those ends. I think that wing actually looks quite nice. Quite good for a little bird. Alrighty. Now I just need to do that same thing, but in reverse mirror of that. What's up, Rice Cake? What you doing, sweet man? Oh, the good sir. Oh, the good sir. Oh, the very good sir. Alright, where is that wing? Okay, so we're gonna go 1, 2. Oh boy, why is that so big of a gap? Okay, we're gonna go right here. Yeah, we're just gonna attach it here. Okay. So we're gonna go, and I believe I did 9 stitches, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we do 2 slip stitches going back. 1 slip, 2 slip. And then we do singles all the way forward. Oh, yarn. Yarn. There we go. All right. And oh my goodness, this wing is so tiny. It looks so tiny compared to the other one. My goodness. All right, we're going to attach it here with just a slip stitch. Turn around. And we're going to, I did not do any increases until we got to the outer one. Okay. Go here. And then we go here. So this one's a slip stitch. So these last two stitches that weren't slip stitches are going to be slip stitches. We're pretty much doing slip stitches on each of the last two stitches of the row. It's pretty much what we do. And then we do single stitches for the rest of these. So single, single, single. And we will attach this here. And then we're going to flip this around, and now we're going to do single stitches the rest of the way. So we're going to go here, except for that one stitch that we do right at the turn, which is going to be, why does it feel like there's a mosquito eating me? Oh dear. That's hazardous. I hope there's no mosquitoes inside. Mosquitoes can be outside, not inside. Please and thank you. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. I feel like this wing is so much tinier. It's so tiny. Come on, yarn. Here we go. There we go. All right, and we're gonna do this one. 1 and 2. And picot. And now we're gonna go back down. It's a lot of going back up and down these wings. Pretty much just going up and down constantly. Oh! So sorry. I just punched my microphone. What is on me? What are you? What are you? What are you? Are you a gnat? Yes, you're a gnat. Okay. I thought it was a flea for a second, and I was about to freak out. If one of my cats has fleas, oh my goodness, that would be terrible. That would be absolutely terrible. But it was a gnat. We're good. We don't need to panic. Everything is fine. Okay. Oh my goodness. Now I just feel itchy because there was a gnat on me. Oh dear, dear, oh dear. Alrighty, and we'll go here. Oh, come on, last stitch. Last one. Well, at least for going this direction. Okay, and we're going to attach this here. There we go. Alright, and now we're going to add the feathers to this side. So we're just going to do a slip stitch here. And 1, 2 stitches, or 2 thingies, whatever you want to call it, chain stitches. My goodness, I cannot words today. I've been struggling with words all week, and it's been a little bit rough. A little bit rough. Alright, slip, slip, slip. Now we're going to do, oh, come on, yarn. 3 chains, 1, 2, 3, and 2 slips. 1 and 2. And then we do 2 more slips, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3 chains, 2 slips, 2 more slips, 1 and 2. This wing is definitely short. Actually, no, it's not. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, it's the same length. Okay, we're good. So now we have 3 slips going down this feather. Okay, and then we have 1 slip here, 1 slip here, 1, 2, 3, 4 chains. 1 slip, 2 slip, 3 slip, and then 1 more attaching slip stitch and 2 chains. Then we can snip that. Alrighty. And there we have our little wings. Alright, where is my needle? Here's my needle. Alright, now we can try to hide these. So I'm going to try to hide these going right. Let's see here. Where will this go? This wants to go to this side. Okay. We can make it go to that side. That is fine. So you have to sometimes try to figure out where your tail is trying to go, and then you kind of have to work with it in order to make it disappear. So I'm going to weave this in a couple times around here first before I weave it into these stitches. Okay, yep, now we can go down this one. And I can make it go right inside of all of these. Oh, maybe. 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 Maybe not. We're gonna try to make it go down these stitches here. Oh, that's coming out the other side. Okay, let's not have it do that. Oh, and now it's coming out the other side again. Okay, I mean that should be good enough. And then I can trim off any extra that is still sticking out. Okay, come on. Yarn, why are we like this? Why are we like this? That's unnecessary. Somewhere I split some yarn and it's not wanting to go through. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. Now we're in those stitches. That's better. Okay, now I can trim that. And then we can just pull that and that will be good. And that one is hidden. For this one, I can just pull that right inside of, whoops, come on yarn, right inside of there. Perfect. Just make that come back out. So we have that side good. Now we just need to do this side. And once we get these in, we just have the tail and the beak. I'm not quite sure what type of tail I want to do yet. Maybe we'll just do a simple tail. Okay, which way are you going? You don't want to go in any direction. Well, that's not gonna work with me. Okay. We'll go like this, I suppose. Go there. Go there. Yeah, this one does not want to hide. What is what we're gonna do? We're going to knot it right here. so that that will pull it from over there to there. And now hopefully I can figure out where this wants to go now. I think I can pull it through there and then down into those stitches. Okay. We're going to try that. Just trying to go in between these stitches here. There we go. Then we'll go there and we'll go there. And then we'll go there. There. And oops. Yarn. There we go. Okay, I think there's plenty of stitches. If this, we'll just trim it off once we get through whatever's poking out the other side. And that'll be fine. It will indeed be fine. Eh. There we go. Okay. Actually, I don't even need to trim it. We went through enough of those. All right, there we go. There's that one, and there's that one. Okay, now we're done with that little thing. So now we can pull this one right through there. All right, now we need to add this little guy's beak. What color beak do you have? I think it was multicolored. Which I am not going to do a multicolored beak. Oh, that would be something. That would be something else. Okay, we're just gonna make it a dark brown beak. Okay. We're gonna go here. And we're gonna go one stitch. 2 stitch. 3 stitch. And that's all of it. Okay. 1 stitch. 2 stitch. Come on, yarn. 3 stitch. They do have a little bit longer of beaks, so I'm gonna go probably 2 more stitches around. And yeah, 1 more, I think. Yeah, that'll be good. 1 and 2. And we're gonna snip or clip. That. Oh, we're getting yarn all twisted around. All right, I'm going to use the needle. So that I can hold this with one hand and then hold this with the other. There we go. Did that pop out the other side? Nope, it did not. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. And there's that. Now I just need to hide this little thing. We're going to go down here, go up through there. Can I fit inside of there? Beautiful. That actually worked out nice. This is probably going to pull through the other side, but you know, that's okay. Actually, since it's a hook, I can just pull it in and leave it in. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. Now we have a little beak on them. Alright, let's figure out what your tail looks like here, buddy. Oh, okay, that's easy enough. So it's two-lobed, and it is the same color as the wings and the rest of his back, so we don't have to do any color changes for the wings either, or for the tail. So this tail is going to be fairly simple. Fairly simple. Fairly simple. I say that, and it's going to end up not being simple, but you know, it's fine. Alright, so we're going to go 1 stitch, 2 stitch, 3 stitch, 4 stitch, and then we turn, and we go 5 stitch, 6 stitch, 7 stitch, 8 stitch. Then we do, oh my goodness, what is this? Okay, yes, this is the first stitch, I think. We have increase, and we're going to increase by 2 on this side, so we're going to do 3 stitches in that stitch. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to do an increase there. We're only going to increase by 1, and then we'll do another increase in this second one. There we go. So we increased by 2 on both sides, even though we split it up into 2 increases on one side, and we only had 1 increase on the other side, but we still increased by 2. All right, so now we're going to have another increase on this side, and then we'll do 1 increase on this side, or on that stitch. So we're increasing by 2 on both sides. It's just that for that first row, because we didn't have anything on that second one, we had to still increase it by 2, but we only had 1 stitch to increase it by 2 with, so we had to put 3 stitches inside of 1 stitch. And yeah, math stuffs. Okay, we're gonna go down this row. Whoops. There's that. Okay, and we're gonna do an increase. That'll be good. All right, and so now we're going to do okay, yeah, that's fine. And then, so I'm pretty much just going to be putting 2. Actually, I want to make this one be a double crochet. I want this to be a double crochet, and then I want to do a treble crochet. Three, and now we're going to do a double again. Actually, I want this to go here. Go there, and then just going to do that stitch again, and now we'll do our single. And now we're going to do, we're actually going to do a second single one here. Actually, let's do a slip stitch, and then let's do another single. Slip, single, double. Now we do a treble. Oh, come on, yarn. And I'm doing whatever the connected one is, where you grab the yarn through the loops of your previous stitch so that they stay connected and there's less gaps. So now we're going to do another double. That's a double, and now we're going to do a single, 1 and 2 chains, snip a clip, clip a snip, pull that tight, and now we end up with a nice little notch in our tail, which is exactly what I wanted. All right, now we're going to hide our tails. Well, hide our yarn tails. We're not going to hide the bird's tail, because why make a tail if you're going to hide it, right? Why make a tail if you're just going to hide it? We want the bird tail. We don't want the little yarn tails. Okay, I'm going to need this thing for this. Where do you want to be pulled this way? Okay, that's fine. And then just pull you down that way so you go into the burb. Into the burb. Oh, there's a fly flying around. Why are you flying around my face, fly? Go away, please. Go away. Leave me alone. It's going after my light. Going after the light. Don't fly to the light, fly. It's not worth it. Not yet. There's so much to live for. Alrighty. And there's that. So now we have all of our tails hidden. And we have our little bird. We have our little wood thrush. Oh my goodness. She's very cute. I'm going to send a picture to my friend. She loves birds. I'm going to see if she can guess what type of bird it is. There's a little wood thrush. Little wood thrush. Alright, let's see here. Let's see if we can. Okay, I'm going to send this to my friend. I'm going to see if she can find out. She's probably not even going to see this for like several hours because she's probably working. But you know, that's okay. Yes. The bird. Alright. Alright, well that is Wood Thrush number 1. Yeah. That was an adventure. I guess we could start with like things that we learned for this one. So I definitely need to make the stitches between the eyes be less. I think it was, what was it? I think it was like 3, maybe 4 stitches max in between the eyes. And I think I have 5 here. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I have 4. So maybe I need to have 3 stitches in between the eyes. I think that's probably what would help. And then the other thing is remembering to increase. Because our bird is a little bit flat. He has a little bit of a flat belly. But I actually really like the spots. I really like the spots. This is kind of what I was worried about with doing stitches right next, like just diagonal to each other. It kind of makes them a little bit attached, which isn't terrible. It's not necessarily a bad thing. That does happen on this type of bird, where the spots are so close together that they kind of connect a little bit, and then they kind of make little splotches. But I think for the most part, I want to try to do it where they're individual spots and not diagonally lashes. Because that's a different bird. There's another bird that's very similar to this that has more lines than little speckles or spots. So, but that is a thing that we could do once we get to whatever bird that is that has the speckles. We could do that. And then I think for, yeah, so with these things, trying to do the, you know what? I wonder if it would work better. Let's try something real quick. Oh, I don't have any of my practice yarn here. Let's try something real quick. Let's try something. Let's move that out of the way. Okay, I want to grab my white. So I have lots of white. I'm going to try something. We're just going to make a quick little patch here. All right, little patch. Actually, we're just going to make a little circle. 3, 4, whoops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I just want to try this really quick. Okay, and then we're going to go here. Just going to go around so that I at least have some stitches to work with and not just a chain. I might have looped that. Oh well. That's okay. I'll just make it not, it'll be fine. It will be fine. It will indeed be fine. So I'm going to show you guys kind of what I did. Oh, I should not have used white for this, for showing. Oh well, that's okay. It'll be fine. I'll pick one of the lighter colors for this so that hopefully it'll be able to focus a little bit. Okay, so we have that. Oh my goodness, there's some yarn. Let's detangle that a little bit. There we go. Okay. And let's make this a little thing. Okay, so what I did was when I was switching to the color for the little itty bitty little spots behind the eye. Oh, I don't want ads right now. We're not going to go for much longer, so that'll be fine. What I did is I was swapping to the color when I had 2 loops on. So we would swap to the other color and we would finish that stitch. But I would not start the next color, or I wouldn't stay this color. I would just instantly swap back to the white. But then that was leaving gaps. That's leaving very big gaps in the yarn there. So what I want to do instead, I want to try, I'm going to give myself a little bit of space here. I want to try it where we start the stitch with the one color. We finish it with the other one. Then what happens if we start it with this one again? What happens? What do we find? What is this contraption? What does this look like? What does this do? It kind of makes little stripies. That's actually kind of cool. Oh, and you know what? It's actually, ooh. Here, I'm going to go all the way around, and then you guys will be able to see something very cool. We might actually go on for a little bit longer. So, we'll see. Oh, I'm getting distracted. This is fine. So now we're going to finish with the white. We're going to grab the brown. We finished with the white. Grab the brown. Finish with the white. Grab the brown. Finish with the white. You know what? I'm going to, let's see here. Will this? Yeah, okay. I'm going to run an ad real quick, and then maybe by the time the ad is finished, I'll have 2 of these rows done, and I could show you guys what I'm talking about with this thing. So I'll see you guys in like a minute and a half. If you gotta go grab something super quick. So we're going to be doing cool stuff. Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. Alrighty. This is actually super cool. And I wonder if the way to fix it, not really fix it, but like sort of mitigate the effects is if I were to do back loop only with this. So if I do back loop only, it's not going through all of them. It's only going through some of them. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I need to grab the tan and go through with the wet, finish with the wet. Grab the tan, go finish with the white. Grab the tan, finish with the white. The other thing though is that this is going to have, oh, we even have sides. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's very cool. So wait, what if we did? There's so many options. There's so many options. We need another experimentation thing. Okay, I think I've gone around enough. So. I'm just going to do this and do this real quick so that I can get rid of these little fibers and get those out of the way. Okay, so this is what I have. So what I've been doing is we've been starting the stitch with the tan and then we've been finishing it with the white. So what this ends up making is it makes these stitches. I'm going to pull up my thing so I can actually see what I'm showing you guys. So you can actually see the top of the stitches poking out the side. So it's almost making like this layered look to it where it looks like it's wider on the bottom and then it's slowly like it's very cool. Which if you did decrease stitches like this, it would actually, you could actually make it where it's flat. Because you're basically crocheting into the side. You're only coming out the side. You're not pulling these stitches back on top of these ones. Because usually if you pull the yarn through and then you come back from the other side and you pull it through from the other side. So it ends up mitigating it and making them so that they sit right on top of each other. But with this, since we have two different strands, one where you're pulling it through one side and the other one where you're just carrying it across the top, you don't get it pulling back. It's only coming out the one side, which is super cool. And it also makes these really cool lines. Like these lines are actually really cool. It's very spirally. It's actually really cool. I really like that. But so you see how it's like these lines that are on one side. If we flip this inside out, now look at that. It's completely different. So this is like sided. So now you don't get, they are sitting right on top of each other from this side. We're not getting the top of the stitches from this side. Instead, we get these nice little V-necks that are poking through. Oh my goodness, I actually really like this. It almost looks like there's these little V-necks that are sitting on top of like a white background. And it's, oh my goodness, it's so cool. That is so cool. I love this so much. The only thing is that whenever I crochet from this direction. So this is my front. Actually, technically that would be the back because I crochet. So I crochet where I'm working at the top of the project. Like if I'm working in a circle and like you hold the circle so that it's like a circle or like a little wheel or something. I work from the top of the wheel. I've seen some people where they work from the bottom of the wheel and so they're working their project in this direction. I work it in this direction. So some people go this way. I go this way. I go clockwise. Some people go counterclockwise. But the thing with that is that it's like knitting and purling with knitting. Instead of going in from this side, you can go in through this side. Whoops. If I have stitches, where's my stitches? Here's my stitches. So instead of going in through this side and grabbing yarn and pulling it, I could go in this side, and that's going to completely swap what my front and what my back is. So if I wanted this spirally singular line type of design, I could do it normally and just go in this side and keep going that way, and I would get this little spirally design. If I wanted this design, stuff. Then what I could do is I could just go in from behind. I could just go in from the back of the stitch and then pull my yarn through from the back, or from the front to the back. And that would make the inside be the outside and the outside be the inside. The other thing that you could do, and I would be curious to see what that would do, is because like I've been doing just full regular stitches with this. I would be interested to see what happens if I did back loop only. If that would, because it would still kind of give, I think it would still give these lines type of look, but I think it would make these ridges, or like these little like pathways or these spirals, less definition, so they won't be as extended. So you can kind of see a little bit here. I don't know how obvious it is for you guys, but you could see the whole top of the stitch there. If I did it where I was just going in through here, there would be only that loop that would be sticking out. So it would basically be that these little spirals are half as wide. So that would be kind of cool. You could do, oh my gosh, there's so many things you could do. Oh my goodness. So many options, guys. So many options. This is wonderful. This is absolutely wonderful. I love this little spiral thing. This almost gives me like it would be kind of cool to like make like a little like minifigure thing or something. And if like you made like this little minifigure mountain where you put a little spiral, like a spiraling path up a mountain or something. Like you could absolutely do that. And you could do that by like every couple rows you decrease so that you still get that mountainy thing, and then it'll taper off eventually. But you'll get this natural looking spiraling pathway that travels up the mountain. That would be super cool. Maybe at some point we can make a little minifigure mountain. I'm not currently making any minifigure mountains though. But yes. I love experimenting. Oh my goodness. All right, well, that was fun. A little bit of impromptu testing out of stuff. But yeah, that was fun. And let's see here. So I'll be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow evening. My friend got it right. She said wood thrush. Yay. That's good. That means that it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Yay. All right. I'm gonna end it here. Wait, what is tomorrow? Tomorrow? Yes, I will be back tomorrow evening around 6:30 p.m. Eastern time as usual. And yeah, we'll be changing up. We'll try to make another wood thrush. And we'll see if we can make one that's a little bit less wonky than this guy. Although this guy is very cute. I really like this. I really like it. It's turning out very nice. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your night or evening or day or whatever it may be. Have a good one. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Rice cake. Are you gonna say goodbye? I think he's napping. He says goodbye. Bye, everyone.